Thank you, Senator Collins. Senator Murray and then Senator Graham.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Secretary Hegseth, you oversee one of the largest and most important organizations on planet Earth. More than anything, the Department of Defense needs stable, competent, and strategic leadership. And much as I had feared back in January, it is not what we are seeing under your leadership. In a matter of months, you have lost top aides and reportedly struggled to hire new ones. You have fired highly respected top military officials. You shared highly sensitive attack plans over Signal and apparently with people in your own personal circles, and you've not taken responsibility for those mistakes. All the while, the security challenges we face have grown larger, not smaller. And then in the face of these challenges, you've taken a series of actions that weaken our posture. For example, in my home state of Washington, which is home to many DoD installations critical to our Indo-Pacific strategy, you have pushed out almost 2,000 highly trained civilian employees, including at Puget Sound Naval Shipyard. Mr. Secretary, you talk about returning the department to its mission of warfighting, but I am repeatedly hearing that your policy and personnel changes at the Pentagon are only undermining, not strengthening our military's preparedness to protect our country. You are deploying the American military to police the American people. You're sending the National Guard into California without the governor's request. Sending the Marines not after foreign threats, but after American protesters. And now President Trump is promising heavy force against peaceful protesters at his D.C. military parade. Those sorts of actions and that sort of rhetoric from a president of the United States should stop every one of us cold. Threatening to use our own troops on our own citizens at such scale is unprecedented, it is unconstitutional, and it is downright un-American. We should all be speaking out against this and demanding accountability. Now, Mr. Secretary, I have to say, for people who tout their commitment to transparency and efficiency, I've never seen an administration more bent on hiding basic facts from American people. Your department has been unresponsive to congressional inquiries and oversight requests, all the while you are working to muzzle the free press, denying journalists access to the Pentagon press corps. Now, before I turn to my questions, let me just note, it is now mid-June, and we only, just a few days ago, received some, but not all, important portions of your budget request. It should not have taken this long to get this request, and we do still need to see the justifications in order for this committee to do its work. We're missing those. Not having a full budget at this juncture is really unacceptable. So I am deeply concerned. So let me turn to my questions, and this is important. This administration has put the civilian workforce under attack from day one, encouraging resignations, firing probationary employees, instituting hiring freeze, requiring OPM to approve any new hire one by one, and now, new last week, requiring prospective employees to explain how they would, quote, help support the President's executive orders and policy priorities. We have spoken with military installations across our country. Almost all of them have been forced to fire skilled civilian employees who are badly needed. And all of them also have hundreds, and in some cases thousands, of new hires ready to...
At a high-stakes Senate hearing, lawmakers clashed with Defense Secretary Hegseth over controversial decisions that could reshape America's military readiness. From civilian layoffs to the deployment of troops against U.S. citizens, senators raised serious concerns about leadership at the Pentagon. Today, we break down the fiery exchange and what it means for national security. Senator Patty Murray wasted no time. She blasted Secretary Hegseth for what she described as unstable leadership, pointing to the loss of top aides, the dismissal of respected military officials, and questionable handling of sensitive information. Murray argued that rather than strengthening America's defense posture, Hegseth's actions were weakening it. The senator's sharpest rebuke came over the use of U.S. forces domestically. Murray condemned the deployment of National Guard troops to states without governors' requests, and the use of Marines against American protesters. She warned that threatening to use troops on U.S. citizens was unprecedented, unconstitutional, and her word downright un-American. Beyond troop deployments, Murray accused the administration of hiding information from both Congress and the American people. From withholding full budget details to restricting journalists' access to the Pentagon, she painted a picture of an administration bent on secrecy rather than accountability. One of the most heated moments came when Senator Murray pressed Hegseth on the Department of Defense's treatment of civilian employees. Thousands of highly skilled workers, including shipbuilders in Washington state, were reportedly forced out. Murray argued this hollowed out the workforce needed to maintain naval readiness. Hegseth pushed back, calling it right-sizing, but Murray was not convinced. The senator went further, raising alarm about political influence in hiring. She cited new requirements for prospective employees to explain how they would support the president's executive orders. Murray stressed that the military
bring on board, but now have to individually be reviewed by OPM, apparently to ensure that they support the president's priorities. Secretary Hegseth, I want to know, and keep your answer short, I have limited time, will you be firing more shipbuilders, yes or no?
Senator, we haven't fired shipbuilders. We've offered through a right-sizing of our civilian positions, which everyone in this committee would acknowledge that the Defense Department has had a bloated bureaucracy for a long time, have given a voluntary process by which some people can choose to take a DRP.
I'm just asking you
so
a
it's
question.
not a firing of shipbuilders.
Okay, so
That's a totally disingenuous characterization of what our department is doing. We are focusing on shipbuilding.
Mr. Secretary, do we need more or fewer shipbuilders?
We are investing historically in our shipbuilding defense industrial base and workforce and ships in this budget, more than anything the previous administration ever did.
So, well, you managed to fire highly skilled workers, including my home state of Washington, for no reason. So let me just say, the Navy needs welders, not people who can recite a president's executive orders. If the Navy wants to hire a qualified candidate for the role, but that candidate happened to vote for or donate to Democrats, would they be hired?
Senator, there's never been a litmus test for hiring welders.
Well,
if you can weld, you can work at the Defense Department.
That is what they are being asked. And Mr. Secretary, I just have to say, we need to drop the politics in our military. We need to hire the best people. We do not need to force them out. That is simply the case at this point. I'm out of time. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Senator Graham.
Thank you. Welcome.
Senators made it clear accountability is coming, one way or another. What do you think? Should politics have a role in the military? If you found this breakdown insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into Washington's most important